The Indian Prime Minister is all set to visit Greece later this month. The aim of this visit is to boost ties with the European nation. This visit is already being touted as nothing less than historic, as the last Indian Prime Minister to visit Greece was Indira Gandhi way back in the year 1983. Now, the Indian Prime Minister's visit to Greece highlights New Delhi's deepening engagement with the Mediterranean nations. Now, recently, both the countries have also participated in various exercises and joint drills. However, the diplomatic relation between India and Greece, of course, goes well beyond military cooperation. Both nations have an aligned stance when it comes to some core international issues, such as, for instance, Kashmir and also Cyprus. Now, Greece is backing India's bid for a permanent seat on an expanded United Nations Security Council. Another key bridge between the two nations is the Indian diaspora's presence in Greece. Anywhere from about 13 to 14,000 members of the Indian community currently reside in Greece. In 2021, the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar had visited Greece. He had unveiled a statue of Mahatma Gandhi in Athens. And also our correspondent Siddhant Sibil, who's been tracking this story, has sent us this report. Listen in.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be travelling to Greece later this month. This visit will be part of his broader visit to South Africa for the BRICS summit, and the visit to Greece shows India's outreach to the Mediterranean. Now, we know that when it comes to Greece, relationship has been strong. Greece has been supporting India on many fronts, including, of course, India's bid for a reformed United Nations Security Council with India as a permanent member country. But essentially, when we talk about India-Greece relationship, focus has been on people-to-people ties, on defense, and how both countries can work together at a time when the world is going through increased geopolitical flux. But the visit also highlights India's outreach to the Mediterranean. India already has good relationship with countries like Cyprus, with Italy, and of course during the earthquake that struck Turkey and Syria earlier this year, we saw how India was quick to send humanitarian support. With video journalist Chandrasekhar Siddhant Sibil for WION in New Delhi.
And also to give us more perspective in terms of why this visit by the Indian Prime Minister to Greece will be so important, we're being joined by Professor Brahma Chelani. He's a professor of strategic studies at Center for Policy Research. He's joining us live from New Delhi. Professor Chelani, this is a crucial visit by the Indian Prime Minister, and this is a visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Greece that is happening after almost 30 years. So give us a perspective as to why the Indian Prime Minister's visit to Greece is so important.
Greece is an important country. It's strategically located. It's a member of NATO, and it has had cordial relations with India going back to ancient times. For example, the Arthashastra records that the Mauryan Empire had a trading relationship with Greece. In fact, Greece had posted an ambassador in the court of Emperor Chandragupta Maurya. But in modern times, Greece and India have had a very cordial, mutually beneficial relationship, and both have been supporting each other on issues of core interest. For example, tacitly, India has supported Greece on the Cyprus issue, and also implicitly, Greece has been supporting India on Kashmir. Even on newer issues like Article 370's dilution by the Indian Parliament, or the Citizenship Amendment Act, a host of other issues, Greece has said that these are matters for India. These are internal matters of India, and that it would not like to comment on those matters. Contrast that with some other countries. I think the biggest contrast between Greece and Turkey is on the larger vision of these two countries. Turkey, under Erdogan, is pursuing a pan-Islamic, neo-Ottoman vision. And Turkey increasingly has taken positions that are inimical to India's interests. And Greece, in sharp contrast, has pursued a relationship with India on the basis of supporting India's core interests. So that makes the Prime Minister's visit to Greece later this month
Right.
After a gap of nearly 40 years, an Indian Prime Minister is going to Athens. That by itself makes it so significant.
Absolutely, indeed. And also, the region, the Mediterranean region, is such an interesting sort of a geopolitical puzzle. As you mentioned, Greece and also Turkey. The question that I want to ask you, Professor Chelani, is this. Can India have cordial and good relations with both Greece and Turkey, or do you think we'll have to make a choice between one amongst the two? Because India wants to have good cordial relations even with Turkey as well, despite the stance that Turkey may have taken on some of India's internal matters. India did send a humanitarian mission to Turkey when the earthquake struck there.
It's not a question of either or. India has to have good relations with both Greece and with Turkey. The problem is that Turkey has, under Erdogan, has turned its back on secularism. It is pursuing a pan-Islamic vision. It is pursuing imperial ambitions, because this new Ottoman vision of Erdogan very much underscores his new imperial ambitions.
Right.
And on issues that concern India, Turkey has been siding largely with Pakistan. So given those realities, India still has to pursue a mutually beneficial relationship with Turkey to the extent it can. At the same time, India needs to cement its already cordial relations with Greece and perhaps elevate them to a strategic partnership, which is quite possible during Prime Minister Modi's visit to Athens.
Absolutely, indeed. That's something we'll be watching out for. Thank you very much indeed, Professor Chelani, for joining us and getting us all those insights there. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.